Our next innovation awardee is Swearer Sparks at Brown University. Swearer Sparks is an online platform for the social innovation community to connect with one another to share ideas, experiences, and beliefs through the power of digital storytelling. Their website's multimedia stories are created by students in the Storytellers for Good program, and together the program and platform function as a dynamic storytelling and relationship-building machine powered by the Brown community. Please welcome to the stage Alex Bronstein, leader of Swearer Sparks and communications manager at the Swearer Center for Public Service at Brown. Congratulations, Alex.
I want you to raise your hand if one of the following statements applies to you. Raise it high, okay? If you've ever had a subscription to National Geographic magazine. All right. If you have cried while watching a documentary film. And if you have binged on episodes of the podcast Serial, Radiolab, or This American Life. All right. So this may come as a surprise to some of you, but if you raise your hand to 2 or more of those statements, you're a storyteller. It's okay, I am too. When I took this job at Brown University, it's because I believed fervently in the power of storytelling to create impact on many dimensions. I could see how stories were not only changing the people who created them and their subjects, but also their subjects' communities and the world. Today I'm going to tell you about the work we've done at Brown over the past year and a half to help our social innovation community grow and connect through storytelling. So 8 years ago, my boss, Alan, was hired to create a social innovation program at Brown University. He was hosting a dinner for students who run social ventures and to offer them his advice, when one of them bluntly stated, "Look, what we need here is a network." And that idea, that desire for community and network, is a powerful engine that fuels our work today. But as this community grows, we've discovered 2 problems. First, despite this predominant culture of social justice at our university, many people still don't understand the term social innovation or know what it means. And second, our network building model was really a hub with spokes, so people would come to us and we'd send them out again, which was inefficient. So the solution of storytelling began as our hypothesis and continues to this day to be our experiment. We believed if we could combine the raw ingredients of people with storytelling skills, equipment and training they needed, a storytelling platform, and a little bit of staff guidance, we would have content that creates stronger definitions of our social innovation work and stronger, more numerous connections formed within our community. So this took shape into 2 main parts, a website called Swearer Sparks and a student program called Storytellers for Good. Swearer Sparks launched in 2014, May. Right now there are over 200 stories on the site that include written narratives, audio stories, and photo essays. Our stories are all created by students at Brown. And while our multimedia stories are created by a special group of students that I'll talk about in a moment called Storytellers for Good, we actually have written contributions from dozens of students and alums across the university working on a broad range of community issues. For all of our stories, we ask ourselves 3 main questions. First, would it be accessible? So our voice is conversational and personal, not academic. We really strive to be a space where all members of the Brown community can share their story. Second, is the story relevant? So lessons, perspectives, and advice are shared that have practical relevance to students exploring issues of social justice. And finally, are we inspired? Our stories bring a positive lens to issues that are otherwise reported on as crises or challenges. We really want members of our community to feel moved and empowered to act. What's really cool about Sparks is it's also built on a flexible platform where content is framed with context. So users don't only see stories, but they also see connections to other people, programs, and issues in our community. So at the same time, we created a program called Storytellers for Good for a group of 4 to 6 students each semester who are passionate about digital media and social justice. And I remember when a freshman named Liza came up to me at a campus fair during our first semester when we launched the program. I thought no one would come talk to me. She marched right up and said, I think I have to do this. That's Liza holding the microphone in that photo. And demand has been really strong since then. It turned out Liza was a photographer and a budding audio producer. And with talent like hers and others, we knew it was possible to create a value exchange where students make high-quality content and we provide a valuable learning experience. This experience now includes storytelling workshops, alumni mentors, and weekly editorial meetings, not to mention access to amazing visitors from places like National Geographic, National Public Radio, This American Life, and The Moth. The work these storytellers do echoes so many of the learning outcomes we strive for in our social innovation programs. Empathy, resilience, self-awareness, understanding context, iteration, distillation, and the ability to adapt with critique. I think it's summed up well in this quote from Liza. Here are some of her images from a recent photo essay, who said, "Storytellers for Good gives me a space to talk with hugely inspiring changemakers about what drives them and how they do what they do. It's an incredible privilege, but it's also helped me understand how, by using my own media skills to share their work and ideas in a way that makes people care, I have the power to make an impact too." So I look at impact on a number of levels. At Brown, our storytellers are having transformational learning experiences that give them insight into narrative, social innovation, and themselves. The subjects of our stories are given a space to reflect on and promote their work. And this January, we received nearly 60 nominations from the Brown community to tell their story. Our community, Brown, frequently features our stories on their homepage, their social media, and I see the next evolution of this work as looking outward at the world to ask ourselves, what more can storytelling do? Stories can advocate for change. They can give voice to the voiceless in society. They can transform culture. There are many possible directions for this work to go. On that note, I'd like to end with a call to anyone here who can help me complete these dots. So please find me if you know of storytelling programs on other campuses that we can learn from, if you're thinking about ways to measure the growth and connectivity of networks, if you have feedback on our website, and most importantly, if you think this model could be useful on your campus or you'd like to know more about the resources we've used to make it happen. I'm very excited to talk with anyone with questions, ideas, or interest. Thank you so much.